Nigerians are appealing to the government to ensure that more is done to give every child in the country access to education. Some of those who spoke with Channels Television said parents also have a lot to do to ensure that the children take advantage of the structures that's already in place for free education. Our correspondent, Lanre Lasisi, reports.
It's another Children's Day. Unlike in the past, this year there is no march past in Abuja. And if figures are to be believed, there's still much left to be done for the Nigerian child in the area of education. According to the recent figures by the United Nations Children's Fund, 40% of Nigerian children aged between 6 to 11 do not attend any primary school, with northern Nigeria recording the lowest school attendance rate in the country, particularly for girls. The agency estimates that in figures, over 10 million children in Nigeria are without education.
It really could be more because, like many other things, our statistics is sometimes not what it is because most of the rural areas are really not captured in some of these things. So most times it's an estimate.
Several factors can be said to be responsible for this.
Whereas we say education is free at certain levels, we still have underhand fees that have been introduced at different levels of that sector.
But the federal government has done very well in getting involved with that. But I think that the issue is that we need to have more responsibility on the parts of parents and to get children to go to school.
Even though the federal government is doing a lot to increase its funding of education, some people say more needs to be done.
It's clear that in terms of budgeting, we are not putting a lot to education. We are talking about interventions that are also clearly, if you know, open to pilfering and corruption.
It is not just enough to quote to me the amount that we have spent in the budget. We should also, if I ask you, be prepared to tell me what we have done with the money.
The impact this state of affairs can have on the future is not a cheering one.
This is the problem of numbers, demand versus available resources. Anybody who wants to address the problem of education and has not taken this into account is due to start again.
The recent kidnappings and violent attacks in the northeastern part of the country has made a bad situation worse, as children in this area are facing this fresh challenge. A situation that calls for sober reflection instead of celebration. Lanre Lasisi, Channels Television News.